So, Sevilla 1, Arsenal 2. Now, before we do get into it, make sure you guys are like, sub, and sharing all that good stuff. Last video I did pretty well, actually, so if we can get that going up for this video as well, that will be brilliant. Arsenal went away to Sevilla. Not an easy away day. Obviously, in our last away game in the Champions League, we lost 2-1 away to Lens. But we had to win this game, obviously, to actually keep ourselves in this group, because if we had not won this game, we would have been in massive trouble, especially if we lost it, because Lens would have been above us still. We would have been third. I think we might have been third. I think if Lens would have beaten PSV, which I think they did, I can't remember. I've got to check on that. I'm recording this pretty late on a Tuesday night, so yeah, so obviously the first half wasn't that great, if I'm being honest. Before we get into that, actually, the team news that came out was Tomiyasu comes in for Zinchenko, which, to be honest, was going to happen, because at the Bridge on Saturday, Zinchenko was awful, let's be honest. So he did deserve to actually get dropped. Tomiyasu came in my opinion, was man of the match. He was immense, to be fair. And then, obviously, we thought Thomas Partey would start. Wasn't even in the squad, surprisingly. Jorginho kept his place, who he had another, I wouldn't say he had a sinker, but he didn't really have an effect on the game. And when we were getting pressed, he was putting himself in all sorts of trouble. We'll start off from back to front with the goalkeeper, David Raya, another stinker. People were calling for Aaron Ramsdale to come back, but let's be honest, the reason Aaron Ramsdale got dropped was the exact same reasons that David Raya is doing now. And if Ramsdale does come back in, he'll probably have a good few games, good month maybe, until the new year, and he'll end up dipping again, and then we'll probably ask to get Raya back. So yeah, the back line, shaky today. Ben White, since he got that rubbish white haircut, I don't know what's happening to him. Yeah, he's got to fix that real quick. William Saliba, Gabriel, both shaky, especially on the corner. I think Tomiyasu, I think one of them should have been marking the person who scored the goal. I don't know what happened there. Straight after we went 2-0 up as well, and we had to end up holding on to keep the scoreline at 2-1 and not concede a second, which at times we almost nearly did. The midfielder, Declan Rice, I thought it was shocking for about most of that game. Then I think as the game went on, he got a lot better, and I thought he ended up playing pretty well. Martin Odegaard. I think some uncomfortable conversations have got to be had about this guy as a captain, because that is 2 big games in a row now where he has... Actually, no, you can even date back to Man City. He's been just disappearing. Has no effects on the game. Got subbed again for Kai Havertz. I don't know what this guy is on away from home, and even just in big games, but let's be honest, he'll probably turn up on Saturday against Sheffield United. So yeah, it's going to see how hot and cold this guy really is, because this guy at the moment, since he's actually come to Arsenal, it's just been basically Mesut Ozil with work rate, let's be honest. Who I'd give the captain's armband to, I don't know. A lot of people are saying Declan Rice. Me personally, I'm not too sure. Maybe if Declan Rice ends up having a good season and keeps on doing it, then we've got to have a conversation at the end of the season to see who will become captain. But yeah, we'll wait and see. But this Martin Odegaard guy isn't it. Bukayo Saka, another stinker. And then the 2 Gabbies, Gabriel Jesus, I thought he was trying all game, but it wasn't really coming off for him. And then a moment of magic, I guess, a moment of brilliance. Jinx through sort of fucking Cruyff turns to one of their players, feeds it through to Martinelli, who rounds the keeper, who, by the way, he didn't have a great game, but it wasn't as bad as some of the players, and then rounds the keeper, obviously, and then, well, that was like 4 minutes into stoppage time, I believe it was, makes it 1-0, and you're thinking then, right, that first half wasn't great, we've got to do better in the second half, and to the team's credit, they did. Gabby Jesus, mate. That little bend into the top corner was... Look, Jesus isn't the best finisher of the ball, let's be honest. Everything apart from his finishing as a striker is good. And his goal-scoring ability is what lacks the most. But, don't know, this guy in the Champions League, his record speaks volumes. Yeah, what a goal that was. And then you're thinking, right, get the third goal and just kill the game off. But literally straight after that, well, maybe about 4 or 5 minutes after, we fall asleep on the corner, they get a goal back, and then all of a sudden it's just panic stations. And yeah, so we did see it out in the end. David Raya made a really awkward save. I couldn't tell what he was trying to do there, but look, so that is what, 6 points now in the group. I still think we will top the group. We've got Sevilla again in the next sort of match day. We should beat them. And then, you know, Sheffield United at the weekend, where we've got to make up for what happened to Chelsea. But yeah, that is about it for my match review. Let me know what you guys thought of the video. Let me know what you thought about the Martin Odegaard situation, because at some point there will have to be a bit of a decision, I think, on the captaincy, because this guy's just not it. I've said him for a while now, he's not that good. But yeah, that's about it. So make sure you guys like, sub and sharing, and I'll see you lot in a bit.